Let's talk about the configuration file. If somewhere if we need the configuration file in our project, so how we can access the configuration config file. So like the service provider that we default service provider in Laravel, and if we use a third party service provider, just like Braintree as a payment providing solution and service provider, so how we can access the secret or configuration of the any service provider in our project. So here in a config file, and config, the main is the app. In app, so name, so it is getting from environment file, which is app name is Laravel, and app environment is in production. So you can see we can access our .env. So it is in so this is a Laravel and local environment. So if you are in production, so you may live your application, so you do production, and you may change the debug to false in a production as well. So it's a local, and we can set in our environmental file. So debug is false, so it will get the value from our environmental file. And the time zone is the UTC, and most probably we go with the UTC. And if you want to change the time zone, you can set it uh, from here. So depends upon what time zone that you have a zone. So in suppose we have Asia and Karachi, so we will set it to our this time zone. We can change it. And local is an file. So even from where it is getting, so it's getting from resources, language, and en file. So de or fr, it's better upon your language that you are going to use in your application. And app key that we have seen in that we have created our hash key for app key. So cipher is it's automatically encrypt your app key. So providers that by default providers the Laravel is providing is right here. And if we use a third party service provider or any third party packages, so we will include, so way to want to include your add your provider, so you can add your provider here. And suppose this is the illuminate view, so app service provider and give the class name. So suppose like Laravel collective, you use the package or any other packages, a Lara trust package that you use, so you have to include so your app service provider. So in Laravel 5.6 we do not need to add the service provider. Some applications it automatically include their service provider. And Laravel 5.4, 3 and 2 we have to include the service provider from here. And you have to define their aliases, so we will define their aliases from here. So this is auth facade that we are using, so we can use their facade. So we will use their facade frequently in our in application. So suppose we use auth check. So auth is the facade that, and check is the authentication functionality. So we can use our facades like that. And you can use db. Suppose we are retrieving data from database, so we can use our facade db table and give the name of your table name. And we can also use the helper where and give the value id and the variable name id, and other helper function like get. So we use facades like that, db auth or other facades. So and so what else in app service provider? So suppose we have an app service provider, and this is the Mailgun SES. So we have suppose service provider Braintree. This is a payment providing uh, provider. So and secret. mm, Secret is we use helper our environment. It will get secret from environment, and we use brain underscore tree. So all capital and space with the underscore. So Braintree, we have provide service provider Braintree, and we are using secret and setting in our environment Braintree or Braintree secret, and we can set in our to environment file and make sure it is the exact. Suppose we have a secret ABC, and how we can access in our view. So we will in our resource uh, routes and web, and it is returning view welcome. So I'm commenting it, and let's echo let's echo using config helper and braintree dot secret. So we can check it in the browser. So it's not accessing echo. echo config brain under braintree dot secret, and which is braintree dot secret braintree underscore secret. So it's not accessing yet. I think we have a services dot braintree dot secret, and what we are accessing echo config braintree. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Services services dot braintree dot secrets, and we can access it wherever in our application. You can see, so it's ABC, so it's accessing. So we can also use facade to access it if we do not use config config services dot braintree dot secret, and let's change to secret online dana. Save it and come to browser. So parse and text are unexpected parentheses. Where it is config helper, sorry, config get services dot braintree dot secret. Still class config not found, and config, yes. So we have get our services provider secret key in our view using facade and helper function.